Big news on the jobs front. More South Carolinians are working now than at any time in the state's history. The state's unemployment rate is near historic lows.
But even as we approach what economists call full employment, some of our neighbors will be left behind. 7 News tonight investigates reporter Gordon Dill. He shows us how some of the same tools that get people back to work keep others unemployed.
So to illustrate this, guys, I'll draw your attention to a couple numbers here. We wrote them down. There are still more than 90,000 people in South Carolina who are unemployed. And while they look for work, the State Department of Employment and Workforce, that one state agency, is advertising for nearly 63,000 jobs that are open right now. So what's the problem? Why can't these people land these jobs? Christopher Casino worked as a machine technician and just got his commercial driver's license. He is a skilled worker. But after a layoff this spring, he's without work, and that's put his family in a bind.
No, bills don't stop. Luckily, my wife works and it's kind of keeping us afloat.
By the numbers, finding work shouldn't be that hard. In South Carolina, there are more job openings right now than there are unemployed people. In Greenville County alone, there are more than 16,000 open jobs, another 6,000 in Spartanburg County. The average posted salary for a job advertised through SC Works is nearly $43,000 a year. And yet there are nearly 100,000 South Carolinians who can't find work. It doesn't add up. There are a lot of reasons why South Carolina has trouble matching workers to work. There may be some jobs people just don't want, and some people may not really want to work. But there are also a lot of entry-level positions with hiring standards so high, many people just never get a chance. That's because of this standardized test called Work Keys. The state spent millions on it. It's developed by ACT, the same group that does college entrance exams. It comes in 3 sections like applied mathematics, and in each section workers earn a score of 1 to 7, where 7 is the best, the so-called platinum level.
This way they can take a test and they can find out what skills they actually have that are transferable to a place of business.
Since 2011, nearly 400,000 South Carolina job seekers have taken Work Keys, and now the same test is mandatory for the state's high school juniors. But federal records show large fines in several states where the Department of Labor found Work Keys tests have serious potential for abuse, preventing some people from ever finding work at all.
What the employer wants to do is find a applicant that would be suitable and can learn that job. And not everybody's qualified.
High Small is a job profiler for the state. It means he goes to each employer and watches the skills required for an open position. His profile helps determine which Work Keys scores would be required for an open job. Getting that wrong has led to millions of dollars in fines. Like last June in Virginia, a federal contractor agreed to stop using Work Keys for entry-level jobs after the Department of Labor found the test unfairly eliminated hundreds of qualified applicants, saying the test was not job-related. Companies in California, New York, Ohio, Washington, and Alabama have agreed to settle similar cases.
What they will do is say, if you want to apply for this job, you need a level 5 mathematics. They just pulled that out of the air. That sets them up for a liability that they're not even conscious of.
But even with a complete job profile, many applicants still can't be hired at companies that require Work Keys, because according to the official ACT website, a job like dishwasher would require a minimum score of 3 on all 3 Work Keys sections. Same thing for waiting tables or hotel housekeeping. In fact, a 3 on all the Work Keys sections is the minimum score for any job at SC Works.
That someone could take Work Keys and be almost unhireable for a lot of jobs.
Right.
3 is the entry level for the skills.
Now, we don't know how many job applicants fail to qualify for work, but we do have results from South Carolina schools, where 50,000 high school juniors took Work Keys in 2016. According to the Department of Education, 13% of test takers scored below a 3 on at least one section. Applied mathematics, especially difficult, with 1 in 10 students failing to earn a qualifying score. Among African American students, 1 in 5 scored too low to get work. That's unhireable for any job at all at any company using Work Keys. Christopher Casino did get passing scores on his test, although the math portion was a challenge.
It made me realize I need to probably do a little bit more study.
And while companies statewide struggle to find top talent, there will be some willing employees who will never get the chance to earn while they learn.
I'll tell you, one silver lining here at least is the state will allow folks for free to go back and take the test over and over again until they get a qualifying score. But you saw those high school numbers, Diane. There are a significant number of people in this state who do not get a score high enough to qualify for any open job.
Yeah, and I think another significant number was when you mentioned dishwasher, that they would need to have a 3 on all the scores,
Right.
including math. How is math necessarily going to help with
I'm
dishwashing?
glad you say that. I asked exactly that question at the state, exactly that job too, about dishwasher. And they said, well, you have to measure the amount of fluids, for example, the amount of solution that goes into the machine that you're washing dishes with. But there are a lot of people who just never get that foot in the door, who will never get the chance to prove they can do it.
Are there a lot of companies that use this work keys? Is it a good portion?
Thousands
Really?
of companies statewide use it. In fact, every county in the state is work keys certified, and they use it to lure companies to come here. It says, hey, we've got qualified workers looking for jobs. But a lot of those workers, again, just can't get qualified.
Very interesting report. Gordon, thank you.